Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start by closing our eyes. Just begin to breathe in and out through your nose. If it would feel good, on a few exhales, you can sigh out of your mouth. So inhale through your nose. That action helps you to fully empty out your lungs, emptying out the stale air to make room for the fresh oxygen to come in. And also, there is a calming sensation that happens when your tongue feels the breath flow over it. But if that doesn't feel comfortable to you, you can continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Tonight, I would like to offer up this verse from John 14 as a point of focus. So if you feel your mind wandering and want something to bring your thoughts back to, you can meditate on this verse. So it's John 14:27. I leave the gift of peace with you, my peace, not the kind of fragile peace given by the world, but my perfect peace. Don't yield to fear or be troubled in your hearts. Instead, be courageous. I love this verse because I think oftentimes when we think of peace, we think externally. We think, is everything perfect and peaceful in my world? But Jesus is talking about inner peace. He's talking about his perfect peace. And when we are abiding in him, we're experiencing this peace. So no matter what is going on around us, we can still feel him near and feel him in our hearts. And so I just wanted to share that verse as a point of focus for tonight if you'd like. Otherwise, you can bring your focus back to your breath at any point throughout tonight's practice. Okay, so we'll just begin easily. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of self-love. We'll do a scalp massage and into our necks. So we'll start using the pads of our fingers and just draw little circles on your scalp, kind of like you're washing your hair. Make sure you cover all of the planes. And then when you get down to the base of your skull here, use your thumbs just to provide a little bit of pressure. And you can do little circles here too. We hold a lot of tension right in our neck, right at the base of our skull. And this is where tension headaches come from. So just give yourself a little bit of love here. Personally, I feel tension behind my ears, so I'm just going to take my two peace fingers here and just rub little circles behind my ears. A little bit in my jaw here. You can use your thumbs again to give yourself a little bit of a temple massage, if that would feel good. Again, just moving in little circles. Deep cleansing breaths. Then you'll take your right hand and you'll massage the left side of your neck. So however that would feel good. I like to just use the pads of my fingers to provide a little bit of pressure just along the muscles, or just on the muscles along my spine. You can come down into your upper shoulder area. These places hold so much tension, especially if we're working at a desk. We tend to crunch up, hunch forward to work. And so these muscles get really tense. So you can go ahead and go to the other side using your left hand to massage the right side of your neck. Again, moving in a way that feels good to you. I just like to put a little bit of pressure on those muscles along my spine. Moving into your upper shoulder area. Okay. You can begin to roll your shoulders now. We'll try to move just from these points. We're not using our ribs or our back. Try to just isolate moving with your shoulders. Begin to rotate them around in the other direction. Come back to center. Place your hands on your thighs and begin to circle around in one direction, finding some hip circles here. Loosening up that lower back. Maybe you can find a little bit of a wiggly cat-cow here so that you're rounding in your spine when you come to the back and arching when you come towards the front. That might feel good, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe just do hip circles, however you like. You can begin to rotate in the other direction. If you find a place that feels a little bit sticky or a little bit sore, you can pause and send some breath to wherever you're feeling tight before you continue on with your circles. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale. Inhale, sweeping your arms up overhead. And exhale, find a first forward fold here. Allowing your arms to relax and your head, the crown of your head to relax towards the floor. Send your breath along the back side of your body here. Maybe you shake your head yes and no, loosening up your neck. Place your hands on your thighs and use your arms to press back up to a seated position. So we'll start scooting over towards one side of your chair, allowing your outside hip to hang off the edge, and then bring that leg out long. And then inhale, sweeping the opposite arm up overhead, and find a side stretch here. Notice what your chest is doing, what your ribs are doing. Notice if you're rounding through your spine this way. And if that's the case, you want to open your chest towards the side more so that you're getting more stretch in the side of your body and not along your back. Deep inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, coming back up to seated. We're just going to spin around here, keeping this outside leg on the outside of the chair. And we'll find our supported low lunge here. So maybe this is where this leg is at. Maybe you can extend it a little further. Maybe you tuck your toes and reach back through your heel, lengthening through this outside leg. You can place the back hand on the back of your chair. This hand can be on your hips or on this hip here. Try to square your hips towards the side of your chair here. Notice what you're doing with your shoulders. Are you tensing up and holding them up by your ears? If so, exhale and allow them to relax away from your ears here. One more inhale. Exhale. And inhale, drawing that front leg up to meet the other one. We'll rotate around. We'll switch sides. So whichever side was long before, we'll go to the other side. So we'll scoot to the edge of our chair here. Extend that outside leg long. Then inhale, sweeping the opposite arm up overhead and begin to find your side stretch here. And we're not using this hand to put pressure on this extended leg. Your hand is just resting here, so you're engaging these outside muscles while allowing them to lengthen and extend. And again, noticing what your chest and your ribs are doing. One more inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, coming back up to center. And we'll rotate around. And find our modified low lunge here. So maybe this leg is at about a 90-degree angle. Maybe you extend it a little further. Maybe you tuck your toes and press back through that extended heel. Square your hips towards this side of your chair. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Extending up through the crown of your head. Taking a nice full inhale. Feeling your breath deep into your low belly, your pelvic area. One more inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, bringing that outside leg back up to meet the other one. Rotate back around. Okay. Inhale, sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhale, begin to rotate towards your right side. When you can't reach any further, you can lower your hands down. We're not using our arms as levers here to press into our twist. We're using our abdominal muscles and our back muscles to facilitate this twist here. Breathe deep into your belly, allowing it to soften and expand on your inhale. Again, noticing what we're doing with our shoulders here and allowing them to soften away from your ears. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, begin to rotate towards the left. And then gently place your hands down. Deep belly breath. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, find another forward fold. Maybe nodding your head yes and shaking your head no. Placing your hands on your thighs and using your arms to press back up to a seated position. Allow your left ear to drop towards your left shoulder. If you'd like to sweep your hand up overhead, use it to extend this stretch a little further. Pressing your head up towards that hand if that's where you're at. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, allowing your right ear to drop towards your right shoulder. Then maybe you extend that hand up overhead to deepen the stretch, and you press your head up towards that hand to engage these muscles along your neck and upper shoulder area. Inhale, coming back up to center. And exhale, allow your chin to tuck towards your chest. Send your breath up along the back side of your body, feeling it soften these muscles in your neck. Inhale, back up to center. We'll make our way to the floor. So you'll want your chair to be close by. I'm going to sit on one of my folded blankets just for a little bit of added height. We'll be coming into our forward fold, so you can choose to either have a blanket rolled up to place under your knees. You could place your stack of pillows underneath your knees for a little bit of a deeper bend in the knees, or you can choose to not have any props underneath your knees. It's your choice. So once you feel supported here, we'll find our alignment, tipping forward through our pelvis a little bit, extending up through the spine, the shoulders drop away from the ears. We'll inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, finding our forward fold. And then if you need to, scooting your chair closer so that you can rest your head on the chair. You can stack two fists underneath your forehead if you'd like, or you can create a pillow with your hands stacked on top of each other. But wherever you're at, allow yourself to be propped up and held. Maybe you come back to thinking about our verse for tonight, thinking about ways, what does it look like for you to have inner peace? What does peace look like in your life? Jesus's peace, true peace, not just the external stuff. Gently make your way back up to a seated position. Scoot our chair forward a little bit, but keep it nearby as we transition into our wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to choose to have rolled up blankets underneath my knees. So you'll place your legs wider than hips distance apart here, but you don't want to go your full range of motion because we want to keep this nice and gentle. So again, I'm just going to roll up a couple blankets here to place underneath my knees so I'm not straining into my hamstrings. So finding our alignment, making sure your shoulders are over your hips. Then we'll inhale, reaching our arms up overhead. And exhale, folding forward. Then bringing your chair a bit closer so that you can rest your upper body on that chair. And again, allow your props to do the work. Gently make your way back up to a seated position. Okay. You can set your chair off to the side for now. All right. Let's see. Come to our hands and knees. I'm going to use a blanket that is folded like so. Place it off to my left side. And then I'm going to grab my pillows and one more blanket I'm going to have folded up just for extra head support at the top here. Okay, so you want your pillows lengthways away from you, like this way, because you're going to be supporting your upper body. Okay, so we'll come to our hands and knees. And then there's not any super graceful way to get into this, but I'm going to place my left leg out to the side here on top of this folded blanket and extend my right leg back, allowing my upper body to be supported by this pillow. So I don't know, maybe you sleep like this. I definitely do. But you're gonna have, your left leg out to the side here, and you can decide how far up you want your knee. Maybe you bring it up, way up to your armpit, or maybe you have it down a little bit lower. But just in a place where when you're laying on your pillows, you're sort of squared towards the floor. And then I'm going to grab this extra folded blanket, place it under my head. Okay, so your upper body should be supported by the pillows. This left leg should be supported by maybe a blanket out to the side. I have sensitive knees and a hard floor, so that feels good. And then extra cushion for your head. Okay. And you can close your eyes and find your breath. You'll probably want your face to be in the same direction as this bended knee. So my left leg is out and my face is towards the left side of my body. Okay. So breathing deep, feeling your body soften and melt into the floor. Feeling your hips soften and open. Bring your hands and place them right underneath your shoulders. Use your arms to press your way up back to our hands and knees. So we can switch sides. So again, I'm gonna move this folded blanket off to the right. I'll come to my hands and knees and bring my right leg out to the side. Extend my left leg out long. Allow my body to be supported by my pillows. And then an extra folded blanket for my head. And because my right knee is bent, I will face my face towards the right side. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to melt towards the floor. Place your hands below your shoulders. Use your arms to press back up. Come to a seated position. All right. So we'll place our pillows next to our right thigh. And sweep our feet out towards the left. So I have my stack of pillows, my blanket for extra cushion for my head. Then I have another blanket placed between my thighs here. Optional. Figure out what feels good for you. All right, so we'll inhale, lengthening up through the spine. And exhale, begin to rotate towards the right side. And then allow your body to drape over your pillows. And then maybe using this folded up blanket, because my pillows are not long enough to fully support me. So I have this blanket for underneath my head. And then just allow your body to rest, sink towards the floor. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. I invite you to ask the Holy Spirit what it looks like for you to have inner peace, what it looks like when you are abiding in the peace of Christ. Maybe you're seeing an image or having a feeling. Just notice what you're experiencing. Using your arms, gently make your way back up to a seated position. We're just going to switch sides. So placing our pillows next to our left thigh, sweeping our legs out towards the. We'll inhale, lengthening up long. And exhale, rotating towards the left side, allowing our upper body to drape over our pillows, supporting our heads. Your face should be the same direction as your knees. Just feel the tension melt from your body. Take a quick scan and notice if you're trying to hold yourself off the floor at all. And just allow all the muscles to relax. Finding your deep breath. Feeling your belly soften, allowing it to move freely. Use your arms to press back up to a seated position. All right, so we can set our pillows off to the side and one of our blankets, but we want to keep another one. So you can choose to have it folded like so, a few inches high. On this one, oh, crazy. Okay, a few inches high, a little bit wider, or if you would like, so we'll be coming into our supported fish pose. So I like to have a little bit more height. So I roll my blanket up like so. So what you will do with your blanket once you have it situated is you will place it right next to your tailbone, lengthwise away from you. And then when you're ready, you'll come down onto your forearms, then allow your body to drape over your blanket. And then with your legs, you can either extend them long, toes pointed up towards the ceiling, or you can plant your feet a little bit wider than hips distance and allow your knees to fall in towards each other. Allow your heart space to open, drawing your shoulder blades gently together behind you. Your hands can be extended out to the sides, palms facing forward. I guess up towards the sky. One more deep inhale and full exhale. Rolling off to one side. Just removing the blanket from underneath you. And then coming back to lying flat on your spine. And just notice, how does your body feel? If they aren't already there, go ahead and plant your feet on the floor about hips distance apart. We'll extend the right leg up towards the ceiling and then cross it over your left thigh so the outside of your right ankle should be resting on your left thigh. And maybe this is where you stay. Maybe this is enough stretch for this right hip. Maybe you begin to lift that left foot off the floor. We want to keep our right foot flexed here. Maybe you can grab behind that left thigh, drawing everything in towards your chest. Maybe you can grab this left shin here, clasping your hands. But notice if you're picking your tailbone and pelvis up off the floor, try to extend it long, keeping the entire length of your spine long on the floor. So this might mean that your knees aren't as close to your chest, but you'll be getting a better stretch, keeping good alignment. Draw this right knee away from your face. So you're opening up through this hip here. One more inhale. And exhale, setting that left foot down if it's lifted, and uncrossing your legs. Take a minute to notice what is happening in your body, noticing the after effects. One side should feel different than the other. When you're ready, you can extend that left leg up towards the ceiling and cross the outside of your ankle on top of your right thigh. Drawing that left knee away from your face, keeping that left foot flexed. Maybe this is enough stretch for you today. Maybe you can begin to lift that right foot off the floor. Maybe clasping your hands behind that right thigh, or maybe you can reach towards your shin. Maybe you're noticing a difference between the two sides. One side is most likely tighter than the other, just because of how we live our daily lives. One side is going to be stronger, one side is going to be more tight. It's just how things are, but just notice. One more inhale. And exhale, lowering that right foot, uncrossing your feet. And again, take a minute to just notice, how do you feel? All right, sorry for whatever that sound was. Okay, we're gonna make our way into our final resting pose. So you can choose to come into a traditional final resting pose, or you can use the chair to rest your legs on. So you'll scoot your hips in close and allow the chair to support from your knee down. You can place a folded blanket up here. If your chair is too hard, you can place a blanket up here. If you choose not to use the chair, you can use your pillows underneath your knees. Oops. That might feel good. I think I'm gonna go with that tonight. If you have an eye pillow, get that close by. All right, other than that, you can go ahead and make your way towards the ground. If you have glasses on, go ahead and take those off and set them off to the side. Get settled in, but before you get too comfy, we're gonna do a little Mr. Miyagi thing. So place your palms of your hands together, begin to rub them together really fast, building up some heat and some friction. All right, then you go ahead and place the palms of your hands over your eyes, allowing the heat to melt into your face, feeling your muscles soften. And then maybe before you lower your hands to the floor, giving yourself another quick temple or scalp massage. Maybe if you have your eye pillow close by, you can place that on top, or go ahead and place that. And then allow your arms to rest to your sides, palms facing up towards the sky. Allowing your toes to roll open towards the sides, taking any stress or strain out of your hip flexors. Relax your scalp and your forehead, the space between your eyes. Relax your jaw and allow your tongue to come away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your neck and your throat. Relax your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, and your fingers. Feel your spine fully supported by the floor and allow the tension to melt into the ground. Allow your belly to open, move freely, expanding as you inhale, and soften as you exhale. Relax your pelvis and your hips, your thighs. Soften your knees, your calves, ankles, soles of your feet, and your toes. Take one more quick scan of the body. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. Take one big inhale. And as you exhale, feel that last bit of tension leaving your body, leaving behind nothing but that inner peace. Begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Maybe you invite some gentle movement back into the body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe you take a deep overhead stretch like it's your first stretch of the day. And when you're ready, make your way over to one side, landing in a fetal position. Resting here for just a moment, soaking in the residue of this practice. When you're ready, using your top arm to press up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. We'll inhale, sweeping our arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And I'll close in a prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you for your peace. Thank you that we get to abide in your deep inner peace. That when the world is storming and raging around us, that we get to rest because we are in your presence and we know you are near, and that you will fight for us if only we remain still. I thank you for bodies that can move and breathe and worship you. I pray for deep rest tonight, that we wake refreshed in the morning. In your precious name, amen.